Oh, let me get this down real quick before my phone dies. I had to think. I had to think about the law versus grace and the new age versus the old age versus Old Testament versus New Testament. Everybody's on this craze or phase, which is good, which is about biblical structure and biblical order. Okay. I got irritated because I had saw a photo, and it was a man holding earth, and then it was earth, then the man holding earth, then the woman, and then the woman holding a child, breastfeeding. Then I began to feel condemned because I also saw a pic with a woman, and she was just holding earth alone. Let me differentiate the two. That is biblical order. God, man, woman, child. That's biblical order. That's a foundation, like a template. But let me move you into another season where God also talks about equally yoked. This will help me. This will help me feel not condemned or convicted or put the devil to shame, put shame to shame. I was holding let me speak to you social media people. I was holding, you can look on my previous post and see a picture of me holding earth over my head. And then you can see a picture of on somebody else's post of the man holding earth over his head. And then he had on the woman's shoulders, mercy God. And then the woman holding up the man and then the baby. Okay, we're supposed to hold up his arms in prayers. That's biblical order. That's just a template. But let me tell you something about being equally yoked, where you hold each other's arms up in battle. You cover more territory. You're nationalist. That means you was before, that means you was at the garden, the wood bearing things. You're above the root workers, witchcraft and idolatry. That means you were above the celestial things, which is the stars, the ones seeking fame, financial gain, because you was there. That means you're a part of the creation. That means when God was sitting on his throne, you was on one side and he was on the other. Equally yoked. That means you was there from the beginning, at the hovering, the speaking of the stars, and the speaking into the existence of the garden. Food for thought.